This is the 3D VIEW-MASTER cartoon favorites Fangface. The origin of Fangface. Every 400 years a bouncing, red-faced baby werewolf was born into the Fangsworth family. And so it happened that when little Sherman Fangsworth was born on a summer night, with a full moon, he was instantly changed into a werewolf. The Fangsworth family tradition goes on, unbroken. So according to family legacy, whenever Fang sees the moon, he changes into Fangface. And it does not have to be a real moon. It can be a picture of a moon. Like all werewolves, Fangface loves to eat. When he sees Paxi as a meal, it's Biff and Kim to the rescue fast. They rub his food to calm him. Only the sun or a picture of the sun will change him back to our friend, normal, lovable Fangs. Paxi is short, tough and funny. His usual solution to any problem is straight ahead and physical, like knocking down doors. He's not too clever. Fangs is a teenager. He is tall, he is goofy. In a nutshell, he's Hans Hall, the dim-witted sidekick of Leo Gorcey in those old Bowery Boys films. Kim is charming and innocent. She thinks that she's a great problem solver, and there's always some problem. Biff is the leader and steadying hand of our tiny group. He's the brains. VIEW-MASTER Reel 1. Picture 1. Paxi, Fangs, Biff and Kim were going fishing. Paxi decided to take a shortcut through Eerie Swamp. And what a shortcut! Paxi lost his sense of direction. The gang became hopelessly lost. Picture 2. Looking for a way out of the swamp, the foursome came across a spooky, moss-covered mansion. Picture 3. They were met at the door by a mad scientist, Dr. Cyclone, and his strange assistant, Igor. On hearing they had lost their way, the doctor insisted that they stay overnight. Picture 4. Igor, he called, rubbing his hands, take our guests to their rooms. Picture 5. As you may have guessed, Fangs and the gang weren't house guests at all. They were prisoners. There seemed to be no escape for them. Picture 6. That night, as a full moon rose, Fangs changed into the werewolf, Fangface. His hands became hairy, his fingernails turned into claws, his teeth became fangs. He let out a dreadful howl as he jumped on Paxi. Luckily, however, his desire to eat Paxi was overcome by the danger of their situation. Picture 7. Later, while trying to escape, our four friends ran smack into a glowing monster, an evil invention of Dr. Cyclone. VIEW-MASTER Reel 2. Picture 1. Fangface reacted in rapid Fangface fashion. Our little pal built a box around the glowing creature, then hastily wrapped a chain around it. Picture 2. Following that, he walled the creature with brick, figuring that was one way to make Dr. Cyclone's electric creature stay put. Picture 3. Wood, chains and bricks could not hold the monster. He burst through them as if they'd been made of tissue paper. Picture 4. Then, responding automatically to Dr. Cyclone's remote control message, he hurled our heroes into a deep, dry well. Picture 5. Fangface sprang from the well like a shell fired from a cannon. He hit his head on the rafters and fell back again, clawing and scratching the stones that lined their cylinder-shaped cell. Picture 6. His frenzied activity, however, was not in vain. Fangface had accidentally tripped the mechanism of a secret door which opened on an underground passage leading directly to the doctor's laboratory. What our friends heard there would chill your blood. Picture 7. They laughed at us, Igor, the doctor muttered. Now it is our turn to laugh. Professor Kamuzu and his daughter will soon be flying overhead. We'll shoot our high-energy creature into their jet, capture the professor, and force him to build a new super generator. Then we'll rule the world. What's next? More action in Reel 3. Picture 1. Paxi and Fangface decided to use an old Indian trick to track Dr. Cyclops and Igor. As the villains pulled their raft-mounted ray gun through the swamp, our two heroes followed underwater, breathing through hollow reeds. Picture 2. The kids tried desperately to save the day, but Fangface temporarily turned back into helpless Fangs when he saw the sun pictured on a can floating past. Picture 3. Professor Kamuzu's Learjet appeared right on schedule. On the raft below, the doctor and Igor aimed their deadly weapon. The countdown had started. 5 seconds to blast off. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The doctor pushed the button. Zap! A direct hit. The electroenergy creature was in the plane, and he had taken over the controls. What a revolting development. Picture 4. The radio-controlled robot guided Professor Kamuzu's jet to a smooth landing in a field near the swamp. The professor and his daughter, though shaken by the sudden turn of events, were safe and unharmed. Picture 5. Then, when they least expected it, help arrived. Paxi and Fangface had come to the rescue. "Don't worry," said Fangface. "I got a plan." And he did. A plan so simple that it just had worked. Picture 6. The monster charged. Fangface placed 2 buckets of water in the path of the oncoming monster. The monster stepped into them and it was all over. The high-energy creature shorted out and disappeared. Picture 7. The gang said goodbye to Professor Kamuzu as the villains were taken to jail. All agreed it was a shocking adventure.